This ABC15 flash briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.
I'm Christine Stanwood with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Another day of heavy, harmful smoke blanketing the Northeast today. Local officials urging residents to wear masks if they go outside to protect their lungs from irritants and that thick haze. New Jersey's governor renewing calls for action on climate change as massive and out-of-control wildfires in Canada continue to send smoke east.
Climate change is here, and unfortunately this is our new reality. That disturbing orange haze in the sky, that smell of smoke and that burning in our throats, those are clear warning signs that the status quo cannot continue.
Officials still hopeful that shifting winds will start moving the smoke away from the U.S. as early as tomorrow. Happening now, an investigation underway into why a train derailed near Williams, Arizona, with at least 20 cars going off the tracks. Cleanup still going on after the freight train derailed just before 11:30 Wednesday night. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but you can see this extensive damage. Take a look there. That train reportedly carrying new cars, trucks, and vans. We reached out to an expert who reconstructs railroad accidents on how this will be investigated.
The photograph that I see here looks like tri-level auto carriers that are piled up. So, again, we're going to look at the speed that the train was traveling, whether or not it was braking, look at any possible equipment defects, track defects, and try to put together a holistic picture of how this may have occurred.
No hazardous materials were involved. CAF News, a high country radio station, is reporting that the train that derailed is the same train that you see here that had a mechanical problem that blocked 3 railroad crossings in Flagstaff for 2 hours Wednesday before the derailment. School shootings are unfortunately no longer a rarity in the United States. And today, local high school students experienced a reenactment through the eyes of the criminal justice system. A warning, though, while it is a reenactment, this video can be graphic for some. Poston Butte High School hosting a mock mass casualty drill. Someone acted as a gunman, shooting several people in a crowd of students, and adults pretended to play dead while law enforcement checked rooms, and students were able to learn the forensics behind processing a crime scene. Pinell County Attorney Kent Volkmer explained why it was so important for the scene to be realistic and the action that takes place.
This is real life. This isn't some made-up Hollywood version of what's happening. We tried to make this as real as possible.
Now, there's also a counselor on hand to speak to students on how to process a traumatic event like this. Tomorrow, the students head to the Superior Court, where they're going to learn how a crime like this plays out in our court system. Today marks World Ocean Day, a time to celebrate Earth's one ocean and reflect on the role that we all play in protecting and restoring it. This year's theme is Planet Ocean, Tides Are Changing. It highlights the impacts that things like overfishing, pollution, and climate change are having on one of the Earth's most important resources. You can find out ways to help right now at worldoceanday.org. Uplifting Arizona this weekend, a group of East Valley third graders will be hosting a lemonade stand to raise money for their good friend Luke. Luke is 9 and he has a rare condition that can cause him to go blind over the next few years. So his friends are hosting a lemonade stand to raise money for Luke and for research into his condition. If you want to support the cause, the kids will be at the front of the Fonte El Sol neighborhood in Chandler on Saturday. That's going to be from 9 a.m. to noon. And coming up at 5, we're going to take a look at the incredible trip Luke and his family are taking to make sure he has so many amazing visual memories as possible.
Tracking your most accurate forecast, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. Temperatures will be slowly creeping up to end the week, and we do have some ozone concerns here in the valley. We're going to start off with temperatures in the lower 70s in the morning here in Phoenix, warming up to the lower 90s by midday and topping out just shy of 100 degrees, forecasting a high of 99. But we're going to be, as I mentioned, under that ozone high pollution advisory due to increase in sunshine and lighter winds. So if you suffer from asthma or COPD, you want to limit your time outside tomorrow. Now, as far as the forecast for the rest of the weekend, expect those temperatures to be at 101 on Saturday, a toasty one for sure, breezy but cooler on Sunday with a high of 97. And we do have that area of low pressure that will cause the breezy conditions to stick around for several days, allowing for those temperatures to drop quite a bit. So here's a look at that forecast. The next 7 days, temperatures in the upper 90s for tomorrow, 101 for at least the early part of the weekend, then cooling down early next week with highs in the mid 90s, but the heat comes roaring back by Wednesday and Thursday of next week.
This ABC15 flash briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.